What's up, guys? It's the Game Bro coming back to you with the F1 review for Australia, my opinions of the race. Had to watch the replay of it at 9 a.m. this morning in the U.S. because I had no intentions of staying awake that late last night. I mean, I was awake, but, I wasn't watching the race. So, pretty good weekend all around for Ferrari, or if you're a Ferrari fan, very promising. And just right off the bat, like I've been saying, Red Bull reliability, Honda reliability, Red Bull powertrains reliability. Bit Verstappen again, it seemed to be a problem they had even before the race started. But regardless, you can tell that they are really pushing those engines hard, in these first few races, where the rumor has to be that Ferrari, like in previous, seasons where they've had a good power unit, they don't generally start off too strong. They're trying to establish some reliability. So hopefully in the next couple races, we see them crank it up, and let's see what the F175's really got, once the season gets going. We got Imola next race, I think in 2 weeks. So we'll get to see some Tifosi in action while the cars are competing for victories. So either way, let's get into the action of the whole weekend, really. Ferrari had a commanding advantage, it looked. You're always wondering, like, hey, how much does Red Bull have in their pocket? But how much now does Ferrari have in their pocket? It looks to be like how Mercedes were. And just it's amazing to see, like, over the last couple years, Ferrari's strategy, the mistakes. And even going back to when Red Bull were, second to Mercedes, like the mistakes of Verstappen and those guys, the issues, the strategy mistakes, the reliability. It's always a problem. And then, like, all of a sudden, you're a championship contender. Things come together. The strategy is good. Binotto is no longer, the Harry Potter Pinocchio of the, laughing clown. They're not like, we're checking, all that crap. They just seem to have it together. They have answers. They have, it just seems really well put together. The team is firing really well. Even if they didn't win, like in Jeddah, they maximized what they could have done. So that's really the important part, whereas Red Bull seems to be struggling. And the most important thing of all, Mercedes is hanging around. They don't have the car to win, but another podium for Russell, 5th or 4th for Hamilton. It doesn't matter. And even still, at points during the race today, it was surprising to see when the Red Bull tires were going off, Mercedes was able to hunt them down after looking prone to McLaren at the start of the race. So there's a lot going on in this race. Obviously the battle up front. The couple times that, Ferrari had to worry were those restarts, especially the one Leclerc did not get away well on, where he had to lift, and he was able to hold off any type of Verstappen crazy moves, and then kind of just take commanding, never even fall into that DRS zone, and thank God they got rid of the 4 of them, but you didn't really see that become a problem. The midfield battles, I say, were pretty good. The overtaking wasn't as insane as some of the other races, but this isn't really a track that it might have been that good. Either way, the new rules package allows the cars to follow. You saw DRS trains, but you didn't see guys backing off too much. Stroll in his penalty held up everyone for a while. The bonkers strategy for Williams and Albon to keep them out to the last lap, come in, pit, get 1 point out of it. That's a win. And that car did not fall off. They held pace. They were very impressive. So that's some, promising stuff. After Latifi dumped another one, Jenson Button was probably not on the broadcast for good reasons. But, good to see them at least kind of having something together, maybe some, something going forward. Rough weekend for Aston Martin all around, Vettel, they say one of his worst weekends. I still say Germany a couple years ago, and on top of a lot of others. But still, like, just, after missing the first 2 races, it was good to get him back, but he just looked awful, all around, not comfortable with the car, the crash in the race, the crash in practice, just countless errors, the fine on the scooter, but we did get to see Scooter Sip, so that was pretty cool. Another one of his personas. And yeah, Stroll having an issue. Thank God, like, those Aston Martin mechanics working overtime to get those cars ready for qualifying even was impressive. He had a lot of stuff going on. Just kudos to Charles. It's great to see, another team up at the top. I really do think that over the course of the year, I don't think we're going to see Red Bull as the main title contender. I think Mercedes eventually is going to figure out that car, and you're going to see Russell and Hamilton up there battling with Leclerc as, for the title. I really do, and hopefully Sainz can get it together. This was a weekend to forget for him. He really got screwed over in qualifying when Alonso was going off, ending the session, and, Sainz's lap, he missed the first one. The second one he couldn't run, and then the last lap on the second lap of tires just wasn't there. He starts 9th. Terrible start, goes off, gets beached, game over. Thank God Verstappen retires to kind of neutralize the points differential in that one. Perez picks up the pieces with 2nd place. Mercedes again just, scrapping the whatever they can get, and it's really going to that's really just what the tone of the season's going to be. How long can Mercedes just hang around long enough to, when they get it right, then they're going to be in that battle, you know, and hopefully Ferrari's just way too far clear at that point, and it's an easy championship. But that's just me thinking about it. I don't know what you think of the race, you know, what do you guys think about it? Probably the highlight, you know, was just the massive crowd that we saw with, you know, being back in Australia for the first time since 2019. New track layout, a little faster, track records, all that stuff. You know, you saw the race fastest laps were not too far off of the qualifying pace, which is cool. All in all, it's just the new rules package really showing that if this is what the average race looks like for the season, you know, with not crazy amount of overtakes, but just your average F1 race, it's still pretty good, you know, and that's spoken from a Ferrari fan. So tell me in the comments what you think. Looking forward to seeing you guys after Imola in a couple weeks. Hope you have a good week off. Hope everyone's feeling good. I'm a little under the weather myself, but, you know, that's how it goes. It's that time of year. Everyone's getting sick. No COVID, of course. But, yeah, have a good night, everyone. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell button. I'll see you in Imola. I've been the Game Bro, and I am out.